Following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Monday Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
And we are live right here. The Mike Knoxxx Show, the Mike Knoxxx Network, talking professional wrestling because, damn it, we like to talk professional wrestling. Don't judge me. I won't judge you, all right? Step out of it. All right, that's what we do here on the Mike Knoxxx Show. We talk professional wrestling. Y'all see it right there. Goldberg out here crying, y'all, acting like a little bitch. Well, that's what some people would say. Goldberg returns. The tribal chief, TC1, like quarterback one. You know, I'm not sure if they should be the Redskins or the Commanders, but, you know, we let that be a different conversation. We got Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the Goat Hill, Tupac Shakur. Pipe Bomb Cena getting made to look like a little punk in front of Cody Rhodes and TNA last night. Slammiversary. They did their thing last night. A lot of things to talk about. Want to talk about it. Right, I'm going to say this live on air. If you don't get out my refrigerator for you, wash your hands, coming home from work, boy, you and smoke something at work. That was live, y'all, in living color. The House of Mike Knoxxx. I'm Mike Knoxxx, one of your hosts today, and I'm joined by Eastside Zone Coach P. What's going on, Coach P? How you doing?
What's cracking, bro? You know, usual. It's Monday.
It's Monday. Shmoney day. People don't like Mondays. I look at Mondays as regular day of the week that I have to go to work and do the same thing I do every other day that's not a Monday. So that's how I look at Mondays for me and how things come out to be. But we got to talk about today.
That's day after the weekend, man. It's Monday. I ain't say that to mean it was a drag. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the week, man. Monday's a good day. Raw comes on, bro. So, you know, it's always a good day. Wrestling's on.
I want to give a moment of silence for one Malcolm Jamal Warner. If you don't know, people, I don't know what to tell you about Malcolm Jamal Warner and why you guys just, enough said. Ed and Eddie, the Cosby Show, got myself a Gordon Cartrell. I mean, what would be your favorite episode? It doesn't matter because on this show, I pay homage because one of my favorite episodes of all time, when you say some of the dumbest things you could ever say.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
And that's just how I feel about Malcolm Jamal Warner. So today, I wanted to go ahead and talk about Malcolm Jamal Warner, or give our praises and thanks to him for what he's done in his career and his tragedy of his death being drowned, accidental drowning. So hopefully we let that be what it is. But we're talking professional wrestling. Make sure you follow me live at the Mike Knoxxx Show, on the Mike Knoxxx Show, hosted by Mike Knoxxx, produced by Mike Knoxxx. Hell, Vaughn, they said that everything but Mike Knoxxx. Again, it's all about Mike Knoxxx on every single social media platform that is Mike Knoxxx. Make sure you follow the stars to the quasars, all that good stuff that makes us the show the pros listen to. King Vaughn Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast, 301 King Vaughn Jr., that is. And happy belated birthday to him. And happy belated birthday to Michaela. I love you, Michaela Wonders. Turning sweet 16 yesterday. And also, didn't know little nephew's birthday was the same day as Michaela's, Derek Coach P.
Yeah, that's crazy.
son, right? So I thought that was crazy as well. So we'll have Michaela once we'll have her segment here today, just in a little bit. But just I wanted to, if I can, I just want to start off a little bit with this TNA, just a little bit. All right, because I didn't watch it. I mean, my daughter had a masquerade party yesterday, y'all. Okay, that's what she wanted. That's what she got. Okay, was a masquerade party. So because of that, I didn't watch it all. But I woke up this morning. I seen everybody crying and talking about it because that's what wrestling fans do. Not too much crying, but they were talking about it, and that was TNA Slammiversary. AJ Styles coming back, the phenomenal one. You got Bully Ray coming out challenging the Hardys to one more match. I like how the old school people, because we're old, at least getting up there and they go, to us, the Road Warriors are the greatest tag team of all time, but the most accomplished tag team of all time. Talking about them too, because they've done other federations and things of that nature, taking nothing from them. But in my mind, Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys all fall a slippery slope now behind the New Day and the Usos. That's just my opinion. But still, excitement to see Bully Ray come back and talk that ish. AJ Francis, friend of the program, doing his thing out there at TNA. Zilla Fatu shows up yesterday, and just to steal the whole thing, book that trick. Book that trick. Book that trick. This man had, first of all, I don't know what happens in churches today, Coach Phil. Okay, but he had the Harlem Choir singing "Whoop That Trick," and for a little part of me, I felt like that was a little blasphemous. Okay,
Hey man, listen. Wrestling makes you do some blasphemous things, bro. Wrestling over the years has had us do some blasphemous things. I distinctly remember me doing the Macho Man walking down graduation from 6th grade like this. Oh yeah. Listen, I made it a point to do the Macho Man down at my 6th grade graduation, man. So between that and no matter where you were, the crotch chops, I mean, has had us doing some very, very egregious and blasphemous things. So not a shocker.
Not a shocker, right?
Whoop That Trick actually seems a bit demure, a bit tame nowadays. I mean, considering.
Well, wrestling fans are the most forgiving community, I think, like with letting certain things go. Like, that's a subject from the other day, the whole Booker T incident with "I'm going to get you, sucker," and that whole thing. But this form of Booker T,
We coming for you, nigga.
yeah, this portion of Booker T, back with the Main Event Mafia, I remember distinctively because I enjoyed it. So he was actually in the ring commentating his own beatdown of the guy. So him wearing that robe.
Yeah, that was wild. I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing Trick come out there to pay homage to that. Listen, book this match for me, man. I didn't see this match booked, but I will say this, and I know people will not like when I say this. Yet again, WWE just be fucking over people. Yeah, I'm sorry. Chick Williams, JC Jane. When will these other companies recognize when you make these deals with the WWE? It's not for your benefit. Okay, yeah. Your benefit is whatever money they gave you just for doing the job.
It's just exposure. That's it.
Exposure, right?
That's it. That's it. We're lending you characters for exposure, because if we lend you characters, we don't got to pay you anything. People are going to buy your pay-per-view if they know Trick Williams is going to be there, AJ Styles is going to be there, XY, it's Booker T. So we don't have to pay. It's not a pay thing for the WWE at all. It really, listen, in order for us to lend you our characters, quote unquote superstars,
Yeah.
this is what we want.
What's going on, honeybee? Book that trick. But the choir was kicking it though. You got to hear the choir. You got to go back and listen to it. The choir was, book that, book that. And the one guy's, boom. He's like doing Michael Bates McCary shit on it. Boom, boom. It was crazy, yo. It was crazy. I want to just pay homage to that guy right there. What's going on, Perfect Plex? Happy birthday, Michaela out there from Epic chiming in. How are you guys doing? Jeffrey, what's going on, my man? 100 grand. Eric Douglas, I'm really sorry for Santana. I felt like last night was his night, and that was my point, Eric. Like, that's Santana's moment. That makes TNA. Oh, let's watch this. He beat Trick Williams. Trick can always come back and get the beat down again. They could have had some out. They did anything. Them pulling that trick for Trick Williams to walk out with that title, I did not like that for that company whatsoever.
Doesn't matter what you like, bro.
Base was on point. Yo, he was killing it last night. Boom. Boom. It was downright hilarious. I tell you that. Trick had Devon in the video doing a song over Kurt Frank and Revolution. Listen. Whoop, whoop. Listen. Again, you couldn't play Kurt Franklin in the church. Now you can't go to church without Kurt Franklin's influence on the church. So if Whoop That Trick now becomes a thing that they... It just bothers me, Phil, because you know where it comes from.
Yeah.
It's like he's talking about the hoes. Jesse, leave them hoes alone, Jesse. That's come on, people. Whoop that trick. But TNA Slammiversary did have a very good showing. I was happy for their fan base and things of that nature. So that was good for them to get over. But let's go ahead and get into this right here, right now. And I got to say this, Phil. When you was on here last, we talked about the Great American Bash and all that. It was to the point so bad that you wouldn't spot aka Breathe Almighty, which it wasn't him, air conditioning to be fixed Almighty, right? Was like I had everybody calling me. Like, what's going on?
I don't know what was going on, bro, but Jesus Christ.
But we tried to give homage to this moment. You being a WCW guy where the big boys play. And me trying to be honest, like it's still Goldberg, right? So, but long story short, some things happened with William, okay, Goldberg, that he did not like that happened in the WWE. So for those who didn't hear it, here it go.
Let's just say I'm pissed off at the way I went out. You know, I put so much into it, and I don't feel as though the effort was reciprocated to put a stamp on, what I accomplished. I'm not going to say that I'm not ecstatic about the opportunity that I got, but I was a WCW guy, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it could have been done a little bit differently.
Now he goes on, courtesy of that from the Anawani podcast. I never can pronounce his name. Please forgive me for not Ariana Wani. You know the guy I'm talking about, everybody. So you're right. It's not my footage, right? But it goes on. He says, Coach P, they wouldn't have did that to the Undertaker.
Listen, bro. Let me just say something here. Man.
They wouldn't do that to John Cena.
Listen, let me just say something here. These guys got to understand something, man. The WWE is a very, very country clubbish entity, man.
Good old boys network. Good old boys network. You can say it.
Yeah, it is. Listen, man. Booker T has gone through it. Diamond Dallas Page has gone through it. My favorite, the Stinger, has gone through it.
Buff Bagwell, who just had his leg amputated, who we had on the Perfect Plex Talk Radio, King Vaughn, you know that. We had them numbers back there bringing American males back together. They kicked him out of the building first night on Raw.
Listen, man. That's the definition of what I will call generational beef. WWE we will never, ever, 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 ever forgive the WCW for nearly putting them in the grave. It will not. So if you are a WCW guy and you have any aspirations of some visions of grandeur, of green pastures and bygones be bygones with the with WWE, I don't care who is in charge. It will never, ever be bygones, bro. I'm sorry. Do not expect. Listen, that was literally, Bill. We know if we put you on TV on this flailing Saturday night's main event, people will watch. If you're expecting anything else, you are insane. We put you in the Hall of Fame already, buddy. Be glad. We've given you a victory over Brock Lesnar. I still don't know how that happened. Who greenlit that shit?
You and the Fiend for
How?
the title.
I still don't know how that happened. But I digress.
It's this comment there that Jeffrey said that I've been saying to wrestling fans, Jeffrey. And it's hard to stick up for this comment, right? Which is a fact. It wasn't WWE. It was NBC. That's their network. I give that 75%. Here's why. I get cutting it off of NBC. I don't understand cutting it off of the Peacock. Because we've seen them go over on Peacock. We've seen them go under on Peacock. We don't seem to know what that window exactly is. However, that point is very valid, but he doesn't make that comment point. He should have said anything other than they wouldn't do this to Cena. Cena's going out on a tour right now. You know, I get it, Goldberg. You was a draw like a mofo. Like a motherfucker drawing. You was drawing, Goldberg. But that was a long time ago. And they give you a lot of walking. They gave him a lot of walking papers for that. And
you
see what Bret Hart. You see what Bret said. Bret said
a long time ago.
Bret said school bill. Goldberg. Glad they cut him off. That's what Bret the Hitman Hart said. You know,
and
he's never gonna forgive him.
You mentioning yourself in the same breath with the Undertaker in regards to how the WWE views you is absolutely fucking insane. That is insane.
It's Goldberg never still just getting it. Right? It's certain people in the wrestling business that just don't. This is really crazy. It's a side note. Michaela Wonders she loves scary movies. So she wanted on her birthday to watch Scary Movie. And I'm telling like, David Arquette was like WCW champion. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, they did that for, but I remember him saying he never wanted that. You know what I'm saying? He will never try to claim that as something that he earned. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think sometimes the wrestler should realize when your peers don't fuck with you, but you got by to be a top star of all time, you have the right to run that. But with Stone Cold, use him as an example because they try to compare those two with the two bald head guys. Stone Cold got respect from everybody he's worked with almost. You know what I mean? Unless we haven't heard those names. You don't have that same thing. Screw you.
Yeah. Bill just doesn't know how to read the room, and he's not self-aware. Like I'm not mad at anybody for getting the proverbial tap on the shoulder and the rocket pack strapped to their back. I'm not mad at anybody because that's like, that's Lex Luger had that same treatment. Mm-hmm. Some guys just get it in terms of because of who they are and what they look like, they get that rocket pack strapped to them. But you got to have the self-awareness and be able to read the room to know, like, not everybody's going to be happy with that and like that. Mm-hmm. And then when you're a dick about it,
that's the problem. When you're a whole prick about it.
we watched that. You know what it reminds me of? And I'll let you go. It reminds me of Scottie Pippen nowadays with these bogus claims that like he's the man. You know what I mean? Like he deserves to be on the same par and level in discussion with like the greats. Scotty, we saw you, man. Like I saw you. Like stop it, man.
There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
Phil, we saw it. I love. Listen, I'm a big Bill Goldberg fan. Bill Goldberg is my guy, but I'm also not naive to understand what the fuck that's all about. Bill, Bill, come on, man. Like, stop it. Knock it off. Knock it off, man.
Hey,
Knock
listen,
it off.
Michaela Wonders is up next, y'all. We're going to take a break. Come back, talk. Roman Reigns return and much, much more. Continue the comments. Keep them coming. Like, follow, subscribe, and share that good old good stuff. And later on today, we also got This Week in Wrestling. Here's to y'all. We shall be right back.
Girl, Welcome to Wondering About WWE. I'm Michaela, and we are just wondering about WWE, Raw and SmackDown. As you guys know, we go over to Raw and back over to SmackDown. We're gonna start with SmackDown actually tonight, because SmackDown, for once, in my opinion, was not as good as Raw. SmackDown, what I cared about: Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill preparing for SummerSlam. I am so excited. I want Jade Cargill to win, but I don't think she's going to. Respect. I really think Jade should win, but knowing Triple H, they already got their black girl to win a title. They don't need anyone else. No offense, Triple H. No offense. We also had the entire John Cena and Cody contract signing, or I don't know. Dad added an extra name to his thing. I don't know what his name is anymore. Jonathan Horatio, Tom Brady, the GOAT, heel, Tupac, Cena. But she added in Pipe Bomb Cena. I don't know if he added an extra name besides that, but I think that's his name. Jonathan Horatio, Tom Brady, the GOAT, heel, Tupac, Pipe Bomb Cena. Unless he added another name other than that. But the entire contract signing thing, John Cena was doing good. I enjoyed the contract signing. I don't know. I think I really enjoyed it. I sat there like really locked into the little conversation. And then Cody laid him out. And that's how you can tell. Cody laid him out. This is my theory for every time. Every time John Cena gets laid out at the end of promos or something where he's talking, if he gets laid out, he wins the match. But if he ends up laying them out, he loses. Have y'all realized that? I could just be like pushing it, but that's what's in my head. Then let's go over to Raw. Naomi, my favorite wrestler of all time. I don't like how her first title defense is gonna be a triple threat match. I think she should go a little lighter because she's going against Rhea and Io for a starting match. She's gonna win. I'm sorry, Rhea, I love you and I really did want you to get a title back, but you're not beating Naomi. She can't lose so early on. If she does, then what was the point, Triple H? Then what was the point? And then we have the entire Judgment Day thing, right? Asuka is treating her like a placeholder. I would go into like Becky and stuff. I don't care about them. Even though Bayley and Lyra's match, y'all's match was actually good. First match of the storyline that I think I actually paid attention to, beside Evolution. Y'all had a good match in my opinion. But they're treating Asuka like she is a placeholder. Like how they used to treat the Street Profits, like they're placeholders. Like they're there just for the people to beat them and move on. Asuka was one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time, and I think she needs redemption. But I'm excited for Raw tonight. I'm excited for everything. I'm excited for Roman Reigns. Speaking of, he came back, and I knew that was gonna happen. The Gauntlet match was good. I didn't want to see CM Punk to win, but the way they had him, Jay and CM Punk laying on top of each other, like bent in a bad way, I knew someone was gonna come out and save them, because there was absolutely no way he was gonna end up doing that, because that would have been actually really bad. But as you guys know, I can't talk about all like this, so let's go back over to the real tribal chief. I don't know why I did that.
For this movie is the interview scene. I talked about this for weeks leading up. It's the longest part of the entire movie. It's a total of 12-minute runtime from the time she gets in the door to the whole thing. And y'all know the scene I'm talking about.
People were going to die.
That interview scene to me dictates who Superman is in this film right here.
Absolutely.
He's so frustrated because his own girlfriend who does her job. This is Lois Lane. We know her, Laura, as well. She's a great investigative reporter. There's a quote, Lois and Clark, because I started watching again, going up to this movie this weekend. He says, Lois, you're an investigator, reporter. How about investigating? So you know it's going to be great at what she does. Even they kept off the record, on the record. You can't say he said it beforehand. The whole scene is building towards understanding that, Lois, I may get what you're saying, Superman. I almost love you, because he said that she doesn't. So that's another thing to talk about. They've only been dating for 3 months at this point, right? He's getting frustrated. Like, my girl don't even understand for this movie is the interview scene. And if you haven't seen Superman by now, please go see Superman by now. Because only thing that you should not see Superman by now for is if you're hating. The same way if you could ever and should never or should ever hate on the man on the screen right now. Rest in peace, Theo Huxtable. I have been rewatching A Different World and recently had the episode where he came to college to visit Denise for that weekend, and all the girls were liking him. And she's like, who, that man? Talking about my brother? Like, we saw this man grow up on TV, and for the most part, he stayed out of a bad situation. So rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Coach P will be back with us momentarily, but we are back, and good part from him actually, because he doesn't really like who I refer to as our tribal chief. I mean, you should also respect him and call him our tribal chief, because damn it, that's what he is. He is our tribal chief.
There ain't a man alive who can touch my button. If I had one, you wouldn't be able to locate it. Can't no man knock me out. I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody. This is my show. This is my camera. I run it all.
I love it. Coach Phil is back. Coach P. Talking about Roman Reigns. Michaela wonders, I love your segment. Yes, his name is Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Hill, Tupac Shakur, Pipe Bomb Cena. Just like soon she will have a whole bunch of things for her name as well. But for right now, it is Bianca, oh my God, Belair, the GOAT in waiting. That's right. Just get it started right now, because right now we know it's Charlotte Flair. All right. Y'all don't have to say nothing about that. That's just what it is. I don't care if you really don't like it. You should try to learn to understand it, because it is the truth. Okay? That's all that is. Coach Phil, you're back. Welcome back to the program. Before you start,
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
they're even making her a face. But we're talking about the WWE GOAT, in my opinion. Okay, before you have an aneurysm over there, East Side. Okay. All right. I said all time can be surpassed. I mean, Michael may not be surpassed, at least for 20 years. When the narrative changed in the media and all the old folkies die, they're going to put LeBron above Michael Jordan. There's going to be a sham mockery when that happens. But Roman Reigns returns last night and sets Raw off ablaze, because it's Roman Reigns. Do you feel the energy when this man comes back into a building? You see how that changed the trajectory with Seth freaking Rollins. Damn it, Seth freaking Rollins getting injured. They had to bring Roman back. I thought it was going to be Seth versus Roman. I thought that's what we were going to get. But now, talk about that a little bit later. Your takes on the tribal chief coming back there. Your TC1,
Not my tribal chief.
Yeah, your tribal chief. He is the tribal chief. He is the tribal chief of the WWE, because the final boss gave him that mantle right now, like an interim tribal chief. So technically, just like the idiot that wants to change your team name back to Redskins, idiot. Okay, that's unfortunately our president. That's your tribal chief.
It's your president.
That's your
So
tribal chief.
I said it, when he was coming back. I said this could be a generational face run for him, but I just don't think he got the steam for it anymore, man. I don't think he's going to be available on enough of a basis for them to make this a generational type of face run for him. But by God, man, when the guy comes back, man, it's electric, man. It's like it's interesting because I sent you something over the weekend, and it was like the 5 biggest pops over
Yeah.
the last like 10 years, and it's funny because like he was involved in like 3 of them, whether it was for him or pops involving him, like guys coming out to face him. I thought that was interesting. And it said a lot though, because he's pretty huge. He's big time, man. He's big time. He's big time.
He's big time because he is the whole effing show, no pun intended. And he even came and saved Mr. One CM Punk last week. Punk wins the gauntlet match with, executive consultant over there on Pop Review was suggesting that people was going to happen. He's a sucker of a dime when it comes to also knowing the storylines. You think I try to, that boy just knows what it is. He will ruin all kind of your dreams, what you think. But I knew CM Punk was going to win that as well. But where they go with this, that whole stare down, they're going to be friends. I like what Roman cut back said. He said, he's no longer the wise man. He's not wise. He did his Roman thing. I've always said at the beginning, I don't think Roman needed Paul Heyman anymore. I thought Roman had surpassed that. What Roman couldn't get over, Paul helped him get there in a mega status way. And that losing Paul Heyman wouldn't hurt him in any way. In any way, Roman being alone, he does not need Paul Heyman anymore because he's head and shoulders above.
Okay, okay. I agree with that. But are we all 3 of us in agreement that he did need Paul
in the
to get to that
beginning?
next step?
Absolutely. I'm not. Who would not say that? No, I'm not saying that. Okay, everybody needs guidance. You know what I'm saying? But I thought a long time ago he didn't need the wise man anymore. It wasn't that Roman couldn't get over. He couldn't go over with fans. He has always been the same Roman Reigns to me, minus the talking in the ring, which Paul to me added to his character, which to me makes Roman Roman. To me, there's nothing like watching this man just sit there on TV and just. I go back. It was a SmackDown.
He's aura farming. He's been aura farming for years.
He's been
aura farming.
Okay.
He's been aura farming for years, bro.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna act like I have no idea what that word means. What?
Come on, man. You gotta get around the kids more, man. You gotta get around the kids a little bit more.
Okay.
He's aura farming, meaning all of that posturing and standing around. He barely says a word. He's aura farming, man.
He says a lot. That's what I thought you were saying. I thought you were using that word wrong. Listen, I go back to a random SmackDown episode when I really started beginning to, I've been a Roman Reigns fan from day one. You know that. But this iteration of him, he beat the shit out of Kevin Owens. Looked and I put the food. Everybody know it, Vaughn. You know where I'm going. I put the food on the table. I take the food off the table. And he looked at the camera and said, "Have a good night." I said, this man completely just blown up, and that's Roman. But they need the CM Punk thing. Let's see what happens with Raw tonight. But I wasn't going to say it earlier, but I will say it without Seth Rollins. The next big thing, Braun Breaker is about to get the dog. It's about to be the dog versus and coming into somebody else's yard. Because Roman versus Braun Breaker, that's money. Yeah. The question is, who takes the L if that's the match at SummerSlam, Coach P?
Come on, man. That guy ain't beating Roman Reigns, man. Out of your fucking mind. Listen,
I said the next big thing.
Mind. That guy ain't beating Roman Reigns, man. Crazy.
Don't you think people say that's the problem with wrestling? Should he beat Roman? Are you saying he's not because he's Roman?
No.
Or are you saying
I don't think he should.
Okay.
I don't think he should.
Okay.
No. I think that it's too. I hate saying too early. It's just right now. No, my guy. It doesn't. put it this way. I don't think you knock some of that aura on Roman Reigns and Braun beats him right now. No, not gonna happen. No. Give this now. This is the perfect opportunity to leave me with the does anybody know the name of the Undertaker guy, the black guy in the audience with when the Undertaker lost, the guy with his mouth open? Does anybody know his name?
Yeah, he's actually a friend of programs in the DMV sports group, wrestling group. Why?
What's his? Well, we gotta call that. We gotta give him credit for that reaction. What's his name?
Vaughn. I can't ever pronounce his name. I'm gonna mess it up. Undertaker guy. What's his name?
Yeah. So his name's Ellis.
Ellis.
Ellis McBay, I think is what his name.
Yeah,
Of
McBay.
course,
I didn't want.
Braun would know.
Well, yeah, he's in the DMV. He's in the DMV. So,
Yeah,
Yo, man, that guy.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, Vaughn is a super processor, man. Of course he would know. Why wouldn't he know?
so listen, I'm gonna disagree with you though. As much as our tribal chief, okay, Roman Reigns,
Your tribal chief.
our tribal chief, Roman Reigns,
Your tribal.
they just lost Seth freaking Rollins for, in Seth words, quite a while, right? He said, I'm pretty fucked up, all right? When Dr. St. Andrew says, you're gone for a while, you're gone for a while.
I don't believe that one bit.
Okay, well, that's a lot of people want to hope that happens and thinks this could be a super swerve. I don't see that happen. I think he's gone for a while. Okay, if not,
He might be gone for a while, but man, that is going to be one hell of a cash in.
no, that's why this matters. You cannot have Seth freaking Rollins leave the building and do nothing with these guys they were finna bring up and come up and comers. Paul Heyman, I'm gonna say it right here. Paul Heyman cannot get these two guys over by himself because they don't even have what Roman had enough. And I do love Bronson Reed, and I love Braun Breaker. Okay, I trade that. If you're gonna do that, then you have to start somewhere in WWE. This ain't TNA Slammiversary, right? They're not gonna take the shine. It's still their company, their guys, their product. They from the Performance Center, NXT homegrown, like Charlotte Flair was. Okay, nobody has ever touched her. She's WWE product. While she's their GOAT, you have to have him beat Roman. And Roman, why does he care at this point? Yes, right now. It's SummerSlam. Seth is gone. I don't care how they beat
you
Roman.
got Braun Breaker beating Roman?
I'm thinking they should let him beat Roman, is what I'm saying.
I'm
not saying they're going to let him win it.
They should do, but Nick, listen.
No, I don't think he's going to win.
Who you think is going to happen?
No, I don't think it's going to happen, but it should happen. Damn it.
I mean, listen. I'd like $1 million right now, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. No. Unfortunately, if this was 4 months down the road where Brian built some more steam, absolutely. Right now, no. The time is not right.
Okay. Y'all fans complain that the young guys never get over on the legends. I just don't think just the GOAT of WWE, sometimes you can take a job and it does nothing for Roman to beat him. It can do everything for Braun.
It does. It does.
No, it don't. If Roman loses to him, it's still going to be Roman fucking Reigns.
It absolutely does, because you know what it does? What do I always say, bro? You gotta sell DVD, guy. You gotta have a build for Braun Breaker. You gotta have a build. There's no build right now. I hate to say that, but there's no.
You got 2 weeks to build. You got 2 weeks to build it. You got today and next week.
No, bro. No, not to beat Roman. No, I'm shocked you say that's your tribal chief.
Listen, that has me saying that's our tribal chief. Don't put them out. I didn't say mine. Okay, don't put words about mouth.
Because you're right. Okay. You keep saying
our tribal chief, Roman the Great Reigns. Now you want to have me give him names. Okay, put Jeffrey's comment back up here because that is still a possibility, right? That's what some are saying. It's 2 damn nights, Joe Jeffrey. Somebody got to do double duty, damn it. Because there's a lot of shit fucked up right now. Okay? We don't know what's going on with Bianca. Oh my God, Belair. Roman, the Great Range, our tribal chief. We don't know. I'm everybody getting names today. You get a name. You get a name. Coach P, Eastside, you get a name.
Listen.
Blame it on Bob.
Not right now, bro. Not right now.
I get
not
it.
Right
I
now.
digress.
Now,
I digress.
Am I opposed to it?
What about the tag team match? What about the tag team match? Let's go there with it. Do you see that happening? If it's Roman and Jay versus Bronson and Braun, do they get a win then? Or is that?
Yes, absolutely.
Because you're going to say, that, okay, what if they get the win, but Roman still takes the L, not Jay?
I don't even know if that happens. I think Jay is the perfect patsy in this case.
That's it. You got to get Jay back over.
The one thing about tag team matches is nobody loses, bro. I'm sorry. Nobody loses in a tag in a non-title, untraditional non-tag team match. Neither one of these guys are real tag team partners. These are not real tag teams. Nobody loses this match.
I have to address something. After the break, Jeffrey, I will address something that you wrote in the chat. After the break, get ready for This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn. Damn it. Oh, Jeffrey. You didn't got mama from my hide, whatever that word is, boiling. King Vaughn, you up next, buddy boy. Get ready, y'all. This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn. Let's get it.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's King Vaughn Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio to give you the week in wrestling history. For the 19th, 2015. WWE's Battleground took place in St. Louis, and of course, it was definitely a headline pay-per-view by Brock Lesnar defeating Seth Rollins by DQ in the match for Rollins' WWE World Heavyweight Championship. After the match, Undertaker made his return to the company to set up a match with Lesnar at SummerSlam. So that was to wipe out the bad taste out of that Battleground pay-per-view. So in the same day in 2016, WWE marked the reintroduction of the brand split as they once again divide the roster between Raw and SmackDown. And so as far as the top picks were Seth Rollins for Raw and Dean Ambrose for SmackDown. For the women, the highest drafted woman was Charlotte Flair, of course, the greatest of all time, as we know. The highest placed NXT star was Finn Balor, who was taking the Raw as the 5th overall pick. On July 20th, of course, my birthday side note, 1998, 2 title changes took place on WCW Nitro in Salt Lake City. Scott Giant of the NWO Hollywood defeated NWO Wolfpack of Kevin Nash and Sting for the WCW Tag Team titles, and Bret Hart won the WCW United States Championship from Diamond Dallas Page DDP. On the same day in 2020, on an episode of Raw in the Performance Center, Randy Orton defeated the Big Show in an unsanctioned match. That was supposed to be Big Show's last match in WWE before going to AEW. July 21st, 1996, In Your House took place. In the main event, we saw Ken Cornette defeat Shawn Michaels, Ahmed Johnson, and Psycho Sid in a 6-man tag team match. Vader pinned Shawn in the match to set up the WWF Championship match. Of course, we all know, and HBK won. Of course, on the same day in 2002, Vengeance took place, and of course, we know there was a triple threat match between The Rock, Undertaker, and Kurt Angle for the Undisputed Championship, and The Rock ended up winning, and that was a match where they all stole each other's finishers. Of course, on the same day in 2005, Lord Alfred Hayes had passed away at the age of 76. As far as July 22nd, 1996, Shawn Michaels teamed up with Ahmed Johnson on the live edition of Raw to challenge the Smoking Guns for the WWF Tag Team titles. Of course, on the same day in 2001 was during the Invasion angle. And of course, that's when the alliance had formed. So, of course, on the same day in 2007, the Great American Bash, John Cena retained the WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley. July 23rd, 1995, Shawn Michaels defeated Jeff Jarrett to win his 3rd Intercontinental Championship. As far as birthdays, July 19th, Jinder Mahal turned 39. Robert Gibson of the Rock and Roll Express turned 67. Cowboy Bob Orton Sr. would have been 96. Of course, my birthday, I turned 36 on July 20th. July 21st, Hangman Page turned 34. July 22nd, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, turned 60. The late great David Von Erich turned 67. And Thunder Rosa turned 39. That's the week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks get to you this week in wrestling history with King Von.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to have a sham mockery on our hands, Jeffrey. Okay.
I don't think you understand how much I love that segment, man. Because I'm sitting there like, damn. Oh, really? Really? Oh, shit. Wow.
That's what it's for.
Shout out to Vaughn, man. I love that segment, man. That segment is hard. I love that.
That's what it's for. Give a little knowledge that I show.
Yeah, I'll be like, damn, I forgot about that. But I digress. Go ahead. Proceed. I'm sorry, bro.
This ain't happened, Jeffrey. Bianca's not turning heel. Do you not hear me when I'm speaking? Do you not hear Michaela Wonders when we speaking? Did you see the ponytails, the little white girls and the Hispanic kids be having in their hair? Do you know what she represents to the BGM community? Then he got Naomi. They cannot get Bianca. Oh my God, Belair. Stop it. It's not going to happen. She's not turning heel. Not going to happen. No way. But I transition.
It better not.
I couldn't go without talking about AEW last week, right? Now, I will, talking to the second consultant, man, he said, how do you go from having that big-ass stadium in Texas all in to this little-ass palace that they have in Chicago last week? But I thought it looked good. It reminded me of the 2300 arena that they have for ECW.
Yeah, it did.
Shout out to my man, DC the Collector, who clearly wanted to point this out, so I brought it to the program today. The great work that Tony Timeless Storm is doing. Athena's finally going to get her chance to.
I'm happy about that.
But I think the attention. I always question everything in wrestling, not to the point where I'm down on it or it sucks kind of thing, but unfortunately, the world we live in, you can't help but even you try not to feed the outside noise, it still sometimes creeps in. And watching people refer to Timeless Tony Storm and where they place her in the hierarchy of women's wrestling, I wonder if this gimmick was in WWE and it started there, would y'all still like it? And I've always thought that other companies outside of WWE, they are allowed to do gimmicks that you won't let other, meaning WWE, get away with doing anymore. Mordecai, Undertaker, we can name Kane, wouldn't exist today with wrestling fans. Go ahead.
Let me say this. I think of all places it will work would be WWE, because this is simply a female white King Booker.
Mm-hmm.
This is the King Booker gimmick. When you look at it,
she's a movie star. He's a King Booker gimmick. I don't get that one. But one was acting like a king. One was acting like, I get they're going back and they're playing that version of out of body kind of gimmicks. I get that comparison, but okay, go ahead. I see it.
But this is her version of it, man. And the thing about it is, I'm glad it took off in AEW, because here's the thing. That sort of character is a star maker, and we need that, bro. I hate the notion that if it doesn't happen in WWE, it doesn't happen. What we're watching now and what we have watched over the years is stars being made outside of WWE. Sting became a star outside of WWE. Goldberg became a star outside of WWE. Whether people like it or not, the outsiders established their own identity outside of WWE.
But they didn't.
Swerve.
No.
Outsiders
were Hall and Nash, and without being Hall and Nash, that shit wouldn't have worked. And
they weren't Hall and Nash, my guy. They were Diesel and Razor Ramon in the WWE. That's what it was. Okay. When they came to the WCW,
Diesel and Razor Ramon was already established in two of the biggest characters in WWE.
They were established as Diesel and Razor Ramon.
And
when
they
they came, when
hold on, Phil.
go ahead, go ahead.
What played them to make that work, right? Was that for weeks, almost 2 months, we thought they were Razor and Diesel. And that's what made it
You
work.
did.
No,
You
no,
did.
no, that was their gimmick. They even
No,
said
you
it.
did.
They did it on purpose.
You did.
Oh,
You
come
did.
on, me.
Why
Only
did
me.
you think they were
Only
Razor
me.
and Diesel
Only
when
me.
you
Because
know?
their mannerism
You of all
was
people
Razor and
know.
Diesel. No, back then we
There
didn't have
is
internet.
no way.
We didn't know. Back then there was no internet to tell me this was a stage coup. We thought them motherfuckers were invading WCW.
Bro,
Until WWE started making fun of them because they were perpetrating the fact they were Razor and Diesel. That's when they changed. All right, we got to come out because now WWE acknowledges it's not a takeover. That's a fact, my brother. Talk about those DVDs we always talk about,
bro. You are not going to sit here and tell me that you knew that they were going to be called Diesel and Razor Ramon.
That's not what I'm
You
saying.
knew that. That's why they never said their name.
They
You
didn't have to.
That, Mike.
Ooh, the big guy still talking. Come on, man.
You knew that, man. You're not that naive, man. What
I got to do with these two girls and Timeless Tony Storm? You're saying you think we'll still work here. I'm not saying you're wrong with it. I'm just saying.
Sum it all up. To sum it all up. Great gimmick. Who cares whether it would have worked in the WWE or not? It's a hell of a gimmick. She's a goddamn star, man. Give it up for Tony, man.
I'm giving it up for
not
Tony.
In the WWE.
I'm not saying she's not a star. I called match of the year last year with her. And somebody put Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe
the way you
could not
lace. No.
I didn't reference the question. I referenced what the gimmick get over in WWE. That's all I said. I didn't say nothing else other than that. You have to have the pretext and the post-text. You go to church, know what the meat and the potatoes is. Okay? The pretext is Mike Knoxxx has always given Timeless Tony Storm, even Tony Storm with the baseball hat on backwards with the Nelly Band-Aid. I've always liked Tony Storm. It's just this gimmick is amazing. I gave it match of the year. I gave it
the gimmick is amazing.
Okay,
you haven't said the gimmick is amazing.
Not on this episode, no. Again, pretext.
I need you to state that. As a WWE homer, I need you to state that. Sometimes I need you to take off the WWE pom-pom.
God, I don't understand why people think that so much. Like
it's not you. Hey, you're not self-aware sometimes. Sometimes I don't think you realize you do.
I'm not self-aware sometimes.
Well, hold on. Let's ask Vaughn. Vaughn can see it. I mean, I could be wrong. Well,
if anybody's a homer, it's Vaughn. No offense, Vaughn.
We're not talking about Vaughn. We're talking specifically about your homerism right now. I'm just saying.
So it's a battle of who's more territorial. Is this where we're getting down to?
I reckon.
I mean, I think Mike and I are pretty much at a tie. He will actually, even though he will actually talk about AEW more on his podcast than I would. That's for sure. I've even put it almost like an unwritten rule.
What did I name last week's pay-per-view? I said it's pay-per-view of the year.
There you go.
Was all in Texas. Right? Go. I got backflack on saying, well, they thought Evolution. I was at Evolution. I saw my baby girl. I love you, Michaela's favorite wrestler, win a title in front of me. To see the excitement on her face, I will never forget that moment in my life. So no, and it still wasn't Evolution for me. As great as Evolution was, I just thought they brought it for 7.5 damn hours. That was the only measure.
That's not hard to admit. I mean, that's not hard to admit. That's not hard to admit, but I appreciate you admitting that. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, man. We love WWE, but it's okay.
All right,
it's okay, bro.
Let's move on. Tony Storm, great. Athena, I'm happy for you, girl. You know what we doing around here because you got a title shot. So you know what we want you to do. We want you to go out there and show them how you do it.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
And hopefully you get it.
Message.
Moving on. All right, because we do have the last thing I'm going to talk about tonight. I thought this contract signing, right? Now, again, people didn't like it, right? I'm such a Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez. I can't even say his name right now. Super Mark. I've watched this like 6 times. Okay. In the bathroom. Just put it on. I'm just like, how y'all didn't like this? Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the Goat Hill, Tupac Shakur, Pipe Bomb, Cena said, man, I can't wrestle you right now. It wouldn't be in good taste.
He was so matter of fact about it, too, though.
To wrestle you in Jersey. I don't get why people don't like Jonathan's fucking heel turn right now, man. And then
I love it.
Coach, here's the flip side for me, though. Here's the flip side. What made the whole promo, though, for me was Cody. Because Cody likes to run down the resume, right? And he runs it down pretty well. He little name drops here and there, but no. Cody said, "Nah, get your bitch ass back in the ring." And he made that boy sign the contract, which ain't legal. By the way, people in wrestling worlds, that is illegal.
Under duress.
It's under duress. Okay, it's not something.
Extreme duress.
I did.
That only happens in wrestling, though.
Coach, I love that scene, man. That segment. Please talk on this because I thought I really thought Cody. I said Goldberg was crying. Nah, Cody made John Cena his bitch, and that doesn't happen for my guy John. John don't get bitch made. They bitch made him though. I thought it was hilarious. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was one of those where he had to get his comeuppance finally. They let Cody get one up on him on that one, man. Because it pushes Cody's character further. Whether they want to go heel turn or not, it pushed his character further because it clearly showed, buddy, you got another level to get to, kind of thing. I thought it told that story. Maybe it's just me, but I thought it was a hilarious segment.
I went through my mentor. I went through my best friend, my brother. What do you want to talk about? The people I've beaten.
Yeah.
Listen, I remember last year, it was a lot of talk about was Cody Rhodes' title run was that. And I kept saying, listen, we may not actually like it from storytelling, maybe all the way, but if you get into the meat and potatoes of each and every one of Cody Rhodes' stories, they were all fucking bangers, y'all. I'm sorry. They were all, you got to the PLE, you said, starting with AJ in Paris, you know what I mean? Like it never missed a beat. Him and Kevin Owens. My God, that's why my man KO out right now. Get better, Kevin.
I'll say that, unfortunately, Cody's title run came after probably the greatest modern day title run of recent memory and probably of all time. Considering my distaste for Hulk Hogan,
come on, man.
Are we allowed to say his name?
You just said it. Why would you do that?
Oh, yeah, my bad. My distaste for that guy, I kind of erase him from. Yeah, this title run came on the heels of Roman's historic title run, so that kind of is, yeah, that's like the Rockets' 2 titles in between the Bulls' 3-peats. Like that's my team, but nobody cares. You
got a point on that one. Listen, Jeffrey, I'm gonna end this with the last question of the night because I think this question is what I want to bring up, and I'm glad you actually brought it up because I did not bring it into my notes. So I'm glad you brought that up. I love this, Coach, when they showed the split screen during the contract signing. Because at first I thought, go back to when they were whenever they were at overseas recently. I remember in Saudi Arabia, when the camera went down, I didn't see that it said having technical difficulties. I thought, oh, this is pretty dope with the live camera looked in the cinematic camera, right? And then someone said, no, it was a problem. But when I saw this on Friday, I said, oh, I like how they're blending the 2 screens together. You know what I mean? Side by side, give you another look, another innovation that they have to start doing because these ads are killing it to me. Hell, the Slim Jim table is annoying. Okay. Even watching TNA Slammiversary, they had ads all in there, let you know that TKO runs them too. Ads everywhere. We got NASCAR wrestling. Okay. It's just ridiculous. But I thought this segment I enjoyed it. Next to Roman Reigns coming back, this is probably my best moment of the week, yo.
Yeah, low-key enjoyable. Low-key enjoyable.
I like John Cena, man. He just doesn't. I don't care.
I like the heel run, man. This is I like it. I'm a fan of it. I don't have a problem with it at all, man. Keep it coming. I'm just curious to see where it goes, man. I'm not trying to predict it. I mean, ultimately, what I want is for him to actually go out like Thanos, and yes, with both titles.
I said that. It'd be great to have him just walk away. Like he said, y'all got to make a whole, this era of wrestling is gone. These spinner belts and stuff that I had that y'all hated so much. You just said you hated last couple weeks ago. Okay. One of the greatest belts ever made. Okay. Get rid of it all. Get rid of that era of wrestling. Get rid of, we hate to say it, VKM, which his booking with all this Sandlot guys, I got to say, would be a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. But it's Triple H saying tied with TKO. We don't think about that as well. He gets the blame for everything because he's the guy in front. It's like Ronnie 2K with the NBA 2K game. That man does not make the game. They pay him to advertise the game, but they damn near want to kill this man everywhere they see him at because they have a problem with the video game. This world has gone to shit in a handbasket. And with that being said, I want to say happy birthday again to my girl because this girl is the most unique, autistic wrestling fan girl. I cannot continue to help. My daughter is just amazing. I've never seen somebody watch and listen to every single form of music that there can be. Yes, Coach.
I mean, can I give a shout out to my son, man, my young boy, man? I will say this about him. He is such a nostalgic wrestling fan. Not even necessarily of what's going on now. This kid literally. He's making his food or whatever have you, and all you hear in the background is old WWF clips and Raw clips and SmackDown clips. He is in love with like old wrestling, man, and it's like enjoyable to watch, man. He does nothing without watching old wrestling clips, man. He loves like that ruthless. His favorite era is the ruthless aggression era.
I tell you that all the time.
That's his favorite era, man.
The best era in wrestling history, man, to me too. And we live a lot of it. You know what I mean?
He does a podcast.
Oh, okay. Please shut that out.
Yeah,
I gotta check that out.
He does a YouTube channel, and like you could tell what he's about to go on because he's spamming nothing but wrestling intros. Like his thing is like he's big on wrestling theme music. Like he's huge. Like he's like Little Vaughn when it comes to like he knows all of the progressions of wrestlers' theme songs, like and where they started and where they are. That's his thing. Like he loves wrestlers' theme songs.
Remember that Triple H shit, right?
Yeah, he loves it, man. Like he loves it.
Oh, definitely.
I appreciate that. Shout out,
that
son.
link. Yeah, you gotta send that link. Put it in the comments. I can share it.
Shout out, son, man, on his 21st birthday.
Yes,
he turned into a young man. I appreciate him. Much better than me, in all ways, and I'm glad it's like that.
And much better than me, and I'm glad it's like that. I love when I see things. Someone say, rather my kid be who they are than be the gangster my dumb ass was trying to be. I'm not gonna what every day my black ass ain't and Jeller did, and that's why I'm here talking wrestling. And damn it, what a week Raw is tonight. I'm hyped for that. Get ready. But right now, I see my wife in there. My wife in there chefing y'all this whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and eat some of this good vittles, if you will. So do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. Yo, that's crazy. I'm out of here forever and a day. Remember, only you can control. Only you can control them boats and hoes. We out here, y'all. Peace.
Turn it up and play it, cause many people think it. I just had the balls to say it.